Hello, how you doing? Ever wanted to watch a movie but had no idea whatsoever what movie you wanted to watch? Wanting so bad to find a solid movie but have no idea where to find it? If you're in danger of having a night of randomly scrolling through cable channels or the titles of whatever streaming service you have, you've come to the right place. But first, allow me to introduce myself.
I am the invincible Black Thunder Knight.
Since my moniker and title is kind of long, and since I am most definitely an honorable, amazing knight, you can call me Hack for short. In regards to action movies, that is exactly what I'll be, a hack. Your guide to action movies of any and all kinds. Why, you may ask? Because I like action movies. I just love them. And I have this overwhelming need to share them with everyone. And no, I don't need some Oscar-winning caliber writing or Shakespearean-level storyline for me to think it's a good movie. As long as it's fun and has great action sequences, I'm good. Unless it's glaringly bad, I'm usually not one to complain about plot holes in an action movie. Also, I have no intention of showing you, my new friends, those kind of movies anyway. So sit back and allow me to train you in the art of gun fist style. Alright, the first stance in gun fist style is the gun category. Any movie where problems are usually solved by the barrel of a gun and an endless supply of bullets you'll find under this section. Second stance is the fist category. This category is dedicated to all of cinema's human wrecking machines. Movies where the hero is more likely to beat you to death than shoot you. And for the record, this is my favorite category. And last, but certainly not least, the style category. It's usually a mix of the first two, along with crazy stunts and elaborate car chases. Only difference is, it's mandatory that the heroes look cool while they do it. Gotta admit, that was sick. All three amazing parts combined create the fantastic art known as gun fist style. Alright, on to the movies. In the future, I'll be doing one category per show, but since this is the first episode, let's do all three. We'll start with gun. Alright, first up in the gun category is The Gray Man. Ryan Gosling plays Cortland Gentry, also known as Sierra 6, an elite assassin, part of the CIA Sierra program. Ana de Armas plays fellow CIA agent Danny Miranda. After taking down a high-value target, Cortland comes into possession of vital information, exposing the corruption of CIA official Danny Carmichael, played by Regé-Jean Page. So, of course, Danny frames Cortland and sends an endless wave of assassins and mercenaries led by former CIA agent and sociopath Lloyd Henson, played by Chris Evans. The Gray Man is kinda like Bourne Identity meets Fast and the Furious. Mainly because the action scenes, even though they're excellent, they're a little over the top. But as long as you take it for what it is, a flashy action movie with spy thriller elements, you should enjoy this just fine.
I'm about to put a hit so big on your boy's head that even his most loyal allies won't hesitate to drop a dime. Every grade A wet team from here to Reykjavik will be vying for the prestige of killing the infamous Sierra 6. I can kill anybody. Maybe not anybody.
Next up is The Bricklayer. After 3 journalists are murdered, one being an outspoken critic of U.S. intelligence activities across the world, by a former CIA asset hell-bent on revenge with the intent of making the CIA look responsible, Former CIA field agent Steve Vale, who is currently working as, you guessed it, a bricklayer, is called back into action to track down the rogue asset and find the traitor working within the CIA. I have to say, this movie is very well done, especially for the budget it's working with. With a bigger budget, bigger names attached, this could easily have been a hit at the box office. So if you're a fan of The Bourne Identity or any kind of spy thriller with action elements, I cannot recommend this more.
Authorize. You want to find Radek? We need to do it the right way.
You mean your way?
You called me. That's how I work.
We had a deal. I let you go, you disappear. Forever.
You see, we never did find out who blew my cover. Maybe you did.
You can't be doing this all alone. Somebody has to be leaking the info to Radek.
If this list gets out, it's gonna unite the entire world against us.
You know how efficient I can be. Stay out of the way.
Countries will go to war. Millions of lives will be lost.
Sadly, as it must be.
I'll never, ever stop going.
Get in!
Can I help you?
Steve Vale.
So?
I'm the bricklayer.
Alright, up next we have Polar. Member of the secret assassin organization Damocles, expert assassin Duncan Vizsla, the Black Kaiser, is nearing his 50th birthday and is eligible for mandatory retirement and a large sum of money. But the evil Mr. Blunt has different plans. In fact, he would rather kill all retiring assassins, because in the event of their untimely deaths, his company would be the sole beneficiary of the millions in their retirement funds. Of course, Blunt tries and fails to kill Duncan after pressuring him into one last job. While in hiding, he befriends his new neighbor. But it doesn't take long for Mr. Blunt and his crew of assassins to hunt him down. Needless to say, the Black Kaiser won't go down without a fight. By that, I mean he plans on massacring everybody who comes after him. This movie has excellent action scenes. Mads Mikkelsen is excellent in the role of the Black Kaiser. Vanessa Hudgens plays his nice but really shy neighbor. At the end of the day, Polar is a solid action movie.
Black Kaiser. And kidnap his cute little neighbor. We should pay him so we don't have to look over our shoulder for the rest of our lives.
You'll need all of it.
Try not to be scared. You make mistakes when you're afraid.
Thought you stopped smoking.
Figured it wouldn't kill me.
Why are you doing this?
I like her.
You're not a good man. But you're doing a good thing.
Alright, on to the fifth category. Alright, first up, in the fifth category we have Master Z, Ip Man Legacy. Zhang Jin, or Max Zhang, reprises his role as Chiang Tin-Shi. After his defeat by the legendary Ip Man in Ip Man 3, Tin-Shi decides to open a grocery store and live the quiet life of the Sun Feng. But he runs afoul opium dealer Kit. This is the spotlight. I use this to highlight stars and actors who are all about that action. Doesn't matter how popular they are, as long as they bring the action, I shine the spotlight on them. The spotlight shines on Michelle Yeoh, Hong Kong movie icon and global star. Easily one of the greatest female action heroines to ever grace the screens of Hong Kong cinema. if not the greatest. And dealing with Kid, he must deal with Kid's older sister, Kwan, played by Michelle Yeoh. Tenchi befriends the owner of the Golden Bar nightclub, played by Sang Yu. Dave Bautista plays Owen Davidson, a restaurant owner who uses his restaurant as a front for his drug empire. Tony Jaa makes an appearance as an assassin and hired mercenary.
So what now? Mr. Chong.
Alright, up next we have Raging Fire. Senior Inspector Cheong Sung-bong of the Regional Crime Unit, played by the legendary Donnie Yen, sets out to hunt down former Senior Inspector Yao Kong Mo, played by Nicholas C. Alright, spotlight falls on Donnie Yen, Hong Kong movie icon, martial arts master, and global star. Known for some of the most legendary fight scenes in Hong Kong, Chinese, and global movie cinema as a whole, Donnie Yen's fight scenes are simply unforgettable. He's probably the last martial arts action star from the 80s and 90s golden era that's still active. Just watch a few movies from his prime and you'll have all the proof you need. And where would you go to find information on those movies, I wonder? Guess it's a good thing there's a channel called Gun for Style. After Yao and his highly skilled team of expert killers ambush a squad of officers during a major drug bust, they take out everybody, even the drug dealers, and they steal all the drugs. Because Yao and his team aren't only out for money, they're out for revenge. Being former cops, they're out for revenge on the police department after the death of a suspect during a very aggressive interrogation brought on by pressure from the top brass while investigating the disappearance of a very important bank tycoon. And to get their due, they're prepared to tear the whole city apart. And Senior Inspector Cheong is the only one who can stop them. The action and fight scenes are top notch. But then again, it's something we've all come to expect from a Donnie Yen movie. I repeat, except for Jackie Chan, Donnie Yen is the last of the golden era martial arts actors. Jackie Chan. Always give respect to the immortal Sing Long. Needless to say, when it comes to fight scenes, he can still deliver in expert fashion. This is an excellent action movie. Can't recommend it more. You should definitely check this out the first chance you get. Alright, next up, An Eye for an Eye. Blinded years before, Chen Yi, known as the Ghost Killer, played by Yao Xie. I'm guessing a Ghost Killer is a super lethal bounty hunter that kills any and all challengers or anyone who stands in the way of him collecting his bounty. He engages in a quest for revenge and retribution as he seeks justice for a young woman and her family. And by seeking retribution, I mean he kills people in the most awesome fashion that will even impress the likes of Daredevil. needing only to hear or smell his targets to land a devastating or even fatal blow. This loose remake and homage to Zatoichi is a solid movie and a good watch. Alright, on to the style category. Alright, first up in the style category is Red Notice. FBI profiler John Hartley, played by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who needs no introduction, but I gave him one anyway, tracks down globally wanted art thief Nolan Booth, played by Ryan Reynolds, who also needs no introduction, to retrieve a Roman-era jeweled golden egg Booth stole. Alright, the spotlight falls on the most electrifying man in sports entertainment and the silver screen, the one and only Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. When he's not slamming opponents in the squared circle, he's smashing the box office. In my opinion, he definitely carries on the legacy of Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone as this era's action star. No matter the genre of action, you name it, he's done it, or is about to. When it comes to action, it's almost impossible not to smell what The Rock is cooking. Hartley and his team arrest Booth, but not before Booth's main rival, Sarah the Bishop Black, played by Gal Gadot, steals the egg and frames Hartley and wipes any and all history of him ever being an FBI agent. He and Booth are both sent to the worst prison ever. It's just terrible. Horrible prison. Anyway, locked up, his back against the wall, Hartley enlists Booth to help him track down the Bishop. This movie sports huge action pieces. Just awesome. But with its massive budget, it's really no surprise. Definitely a great movie to watch over the weekend alone or with the family.
What's the plan, son of a...
See? Easy peasy.
You have to be the two dumbest men on the planet.
You look awful.
Am I wrong? 'Cause I wanna get it on till I die. Get it on. Am I wrong? 'Cause I wanna get it on till I die. Am I wrong? 'Cause I wanna get it on till I die. Get it on.
How's it going with your partner in crime?
Get it on till I die.
5-second rule.
Yup. Y'all remember me?
This is a very inconvenient.
We outlaws.
We want a divorce. That'll keep you the kids.
Outlaws busting while we rushing.
Are you kidding me? What? This is hard.
Y'all remember me? Only wish to breathe. I explode into a million seeds. Y'all remember me?
That's the idea.
Blast me, but never ask me to live a lie. Am I wrong? 'Cause I wanna get it on till I die. Y'all remember me? Am I wrong? 'Cause I wanna get it on till I die.
Trusting a thief can be dangerous.
Oh, what the
Alright, last up is The Transporter. Frank Martin, played by Jason Statham, is a driver, or transport if you will, in France. Alright, the final spotlight falls on Jason Statham, global movie star. He's come a long way from his start in Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels to becoming one of the main go-to guys for hard-hitting action movies. Frankie Boy keeps himself busy, taking driver/courier jobs. Legal and not so legal. He follows 3 simple rules. Never change the deal, no names, never open a package. Frank is hired to deliver a package for Wall Street, a slimy weasel who'll stab you in the back the first chance he gets. The package turns out to be far more than Frank bargained for, forcing Frank to face off against Wall Street and his crew, as well as the human traffickers who hired him. This is the movie that launched Jason Statham into the international stage as an action star. The action and the fight scenes are top notch, thanks to Corey Yuen, the one who gave us the great action scenes in Kiss of the Dragon. If you're looking for a great action movie to watch, this is definitely it. You can't go wrong. And if you haven't seen this movie yet, why not? It's been out for a while.
The Transporter.
And just like that, we've come to the end of the first episode of Gun Fist Style. Really appreciate you guys joining me on this one. Any info on action movies? Please feel free to post it in the chats, because if it's coming from an action fan, it's definitely something I need to hear. I'm out of here.